Hey everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and it is Tuesday. You know what that means? It is Warp Tuesday, the most wonderful day of the week, where we get to stop in and spend a little time talking to all of you wonderful people about, I don't know, whatever I feel like talking about in the world of Star Trek. Now, unfortunately, this Warp Tuesday, the weather was against us, and I was not able to spend my normal Tuesday volunteer time up at Federation headquarters, right? What is that bright light right there? I should put my head there to block it. Oh, wait, I have buttons for this. Hang on a second. Anyway, this one. Oh, first try. All right. Anyway, the weather was not cooperating, and even though my children were lucky and they got a snow day away from school, I was unlucky, and the snow day forced me to stay home, and I couldn't go sort books. That made me kind of sad. But that's okay. You know, we'll have another Tuesday, and we'll be back there next week, and fun will then commence, right? And it also kind of left me at an impasse because I did plan on recording a much more in-depth tour of Federation headquarters, which will now have to be pushed off till next week. But I think that is something that would be good for the Federation, and good for all of you to be able to see, everything that's going on there, right? Is it just repeating the same gifs over and over again? I don't know. We'll keep watching. Anyway, so we will today briefly go over what news there is to talk about. So let's switch on over to the TrekMovie.com, your source for everything new in Trek. And again, it's sad that this is where we have to go because the Star Trek website itself is very, very bad. But in this one, it looks like I need to talk to my comic book guy because, man, I am missing. First off, I think I have issues 1 and 3 of Red Shirts, and now issue 5 comes out tomorrow. Come on, bro. Anyway, we won't get into that. There just is not a lot of very exciting news this week, but we're going to talk about what we can. The Paramount exec who killed Noah Hawley's original Star Trek movie wanted transition from Kelvin Films. We don't care. Star Trek apparel maker dropping license citing increased costs after Skydance merger. The Hero Within stuff is actually pretty cool. I have the Picard jacket, the red and black jacket, and I love it. It's awesome. So I got nothing but good things to say about that. Now, did you guys get any good deals on anything? They always, they say it's a good deal. Sometimes there are good deals. Sometimes it's kind of a rip-off, but it looks like there was plenty of Cyber Monday, Black Friday kind of deals going on. Oh, man. Oh, dude, look at this. Okay, speaking of this is kind of funny. If I had been paying attention, I would have waited. I recently purchased Elite Force, the Voyager game, because I saw a video and I'm like, man, that looks really fun. If nothing else, just for the ability to be able to walk around the Voyager, right? So, one thing I was going to ask is, would anyone be interested in seeing that game? Or if anyone watching has played that game, tell me your opinions on it. I haven't started the game itself. I just did the kind of Voyager walk around mode for a little bit, and I can see a lot of potential there. So, there could be some cool stuff going on there, right? Anyway, anything else to talk about news related? Jeri Ryan on her sexy introduction on Star Trek Voyager. I don't think it was handled well. And this came up at Star Trek Chicago. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It was, to be honest, it sucks. And I'll tell you why. Tell you why I think this kind of sucks. Because she was put in the cat suit, right? With the skin tight cat suit, that detracted from her, right? because it put the attention on something else, her body instead of her story, right? So I totally agree. And then you always have this thing too, like, oh, I'm a big fan of Seven of Nine, and then like people look at you like, oh yeah, well you just like her because you got to see her in the freaking cat suit when she came out. It's like, no, I like her because of her incredibly well done storyline throughout Voyager, right? So anyway, enough about that. Really, not much else. Not much else to go over. I will ask if anyone out there has purchased the Lego Enterprise. What do you think? I watched a few people, open it on videos. The thing is gigantic. First off, it is massive. I decided I was not going to get it. I mean, $400 for a Lego is nuts. If I was like a Lego guy, or if Lego wanted to send me one to review, hey, look at me, I'm talking about Trek. I got a big channel. I got 450 subscribers. I'll tell them all about your Star Trek Lego. No, they would never do that. But again, it sucks for me because, man, Star Trek and Lego, it's like two of my favorite things. But like, is that all you're gonna do? You're just gonna make one giant Lego and that's it? You're not gonna give us any other smaller sets? I mean, come on, just imagine the possibilities that they could do. The minifigure possibilities, the ships. There's too much, and it seems like why just do this one thing, right? They should do more. So let's all hope that that's what's going to happen, right? Now, what else is going on here? In the world of my Star Trek room here, we are making some very good progress on the bookshelf over here, as you can see. And I really hit the old spreadsheets hard last night in anticipation of going up there today, which didn't happen, and created the final list. So here you can see, printed onto this beautiful bright yellow paper, is the final list of, I think, 150 Star Trek books. Isn't that weird? It's like exactly 150 that I need to look and find. And the majority of them are original series books. Other than that, there's little odds and ends here and there, but I have the list. So now next time I do make it up to Federation headquarters and get those dang books organized how I want to, I can start picking these bad boys off. There was a lot on my list that I didn't realize were like ebook only, right? So once I took care of those and kind of narrowed that down, it left me with just, again, not that many. And it's just so very close to completing certain ones, right? So that's very exciting for me, and I'm sure very exciting for all of you who like to listen to me talk about Star Trek books, because that just means that we have a supply. We're just going to go for days and days and days and weeks and months and years reading and talking about Star Trek books, right? Now, the other thing, okay, so we cover a lot of stuff on this channel. We talk about Star Trek books. We talk about Star Trek comics. We talk about Star Trek news and toys. And, we don't talk about a lot of episodes, to be honest with you. And that's one thing that I think would be fun. So I am going to try to, I don't know if we'll say maybe once a week, but at least once a month we should highlight an episode that I find to be special in some way and sit down and really kind of talk about that. And I will give you a sneak preview. The one I'm going to talk about first is going to be Voyager's Living Witness. So, go watch Living Witness. That way, when that video comes out, you guys are like ready to go, and we can, we can all talk about it together. But I did watch that last night, and one thing that I have started to do too, that I hadn't really done for a while, because of reasons, is to try to make sure I watch at least one episode of Star Trek every night. And in doing so, too, split that up between everything. So in the past week, I've watched. Oh, what did we watch? We watched from the original series. Oh, I can't think of the episode. Anyway, we watched the penultimate, the one right before the season finale of Lower Decks. We watched the two-parter where Worf goes to see if Moe really survived Khitomer. And then last night, Living Witness. We watched Living Witness. And that is one, like I said, I would really like to spend some time talking about, because it is a very, very unique Star Trek episode in that I don't even know if there's another episode that is similar to this. The episode itself does not take place within the time frame of the series, right? The episode takes place 700 years into the future. So, a very interesting thing. And then I hope beyond hope that somehow, some way, they might tie that into the Doctor and his appearance in the new show, Starfleet Academy, when that comes out, right? Wouldn't that be cool? That would be very interesting. So, yeah. I think that's it. We got nothing else to talk about today. Stay tuned for some very exciting additions to the Talk About Trek channel, talking about a Trek episode, and possibly playing some Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, I keep seeing this Odo spinning around thing, and I don't, it's very funny, I get it, guys, but I think I got like 50 GIFs on here, and it's going through the same 4 of them. Anyway, we're going to fix that, too. As always, my friends, thanks for hanging out and watching. Live long and prosper. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a good night.